that, I said I want to replace the ugly amber reflectors on the side mirror of the truck. So today I received some cool LED side markers. Let me show you what they look like. They obviously are in plastic. They are smoked, so I won't have any amber markers on the side mirror anymore. So when the flasher will be turned off, the mirror will be completely black. But those are LEDs. I don't know how bright it will be in the day, but it will surely look way much better than those ugly amber reflectors. So let's go install it right after this message. Our RickStuff store is finally open, so go on spreadshirt.ca today to save as much as 15% on your RickStuff gear and accessories. Type RickStuff in the search bar and you will be redirected directly on our store page, where you'll find everything you need, whether it is for man, woman, kids, or even dog accessories. Showing you how to remove it or how it's made behind is pretty hard because the gap is very small. I will try with the GoPro to show you what it looks like behind. I don't know if you can see the tab where my flashlight is lightning at the moment, but you need to pull those tabs. There's 3 sets of tabs behind there. You need to pry out. You need to pry them out. For the driver's side, I use the flat screwdriver, work perfectly, but the tabs are like this around O-ring or around the module that tilt the mirror. So you will need to be very gentle if you pry it with a flat screwdriver because you risk to break them. So you need to be very gentle. It went well through the driver's side, and it's easier to try to pull on the tab because there's 6 tabs all around the ring. So it's pretty hard to pull them same together in the same time. Though it's easier with a flat screwdriver, but again, you need to be gentle with it. Now you will see a little more easily. I'm sure now you can see why my screwdriver is stuck. This gap, you can see the tab. So as soon as the tab on the top are removed or unlocked, the one at the bottom is pretty easy to remove as well. I got it. So now I can explain you better. I will zoom it a bit. So the width's made. You got a ring. Actually, this one has 4 tabs, and that's why I had some problem because on the driver's side there's only 3 tabs. So they kind of hook around this ring, and you need to hook them or unhook them so you can pull this out. And it's easier to do that with your window open so you can let your mirror rest in here. When the mirror is removed, you need to take a torque, T15 I believe, yes it's T15, and remove the 4 screws that holding the back of the mirror. After that, you got a little tab here in the corner. Just push on it and it should release the back. Very simple. And so this is it. I got the back. I will go and wash it, remove this marker, and install the other one. There's already a connector on the marker light, so I don't want to cut it and solder it to the existing wiring of the mirror, because if I ever need to remove it, sorry, I will have just to disconnect it. But obviously I will put a heat shrink here so it will stick together. It won't disconnect by itself. And if I want to remove it, I will simply have to cut the heat shrink. And the way I did it is very simple. I'll show you right away. Start by scan the wires. Make it as small as possible so it fit into the connector. And straight as possible. Put some soldering on the wire. I'll do the same with the black wire. There we go. Now I can cut down the same length. So now I got 2 pins that I can fit into the connector. And sand it a bit. That's what I did with the other wires. I'm sure this one will be too tight as well. So. There we go, it should fit. Now I got the red, so to make sure not to make a mistake, put the red in it. It's tight, the tighter the better, so it will be solid in it. Won't go anywhere. My black wire. There we go. Now I cut my wires. This will be enough. Cut my heat shrink here. that in there. So my wires are tight in the connector. I will each shrink them individually first. Now I will double it up, but with both wire in the same tube. This one will be pretty tight. There we go. This is tight. And now the big shrink. A good length of it. We'll seal the connector or the connection. That wire. There we go, this one's a bit loose. What about this one? There we go, I got my connection. If I ever need to disconnect it, I just have to cut the heat shrink and pull on the connection. So they're both done. Now I can go install it on the mirror. So now I need to make a hole. As you can see, the side marker or the marker go that way, so I need to make a hole around here so I can pass the wiring through. Make sure there's nothing behind. There is nothing behind, and it's around here. Yes, it is. Let's see if it fit before installing anything. Yeah, my connector, does it fit on it? Yeah, it fit perfectly well. It won't go anywhere. The pins are in both sides. So at this stage, if you want to paint your mirror, as you can see, the higher section is removable because In some model of F-150, the higher section is paint, so if you want to paint it before reinstalling it on the truck, you can remove this section and paint it. Or if you want to paint the entire mirror, after you remove the amber reflector, you can paint it before installing the new marker lights. Now it's time to work behind the mirror, since I will connect the new marker lights onto the existing wiring of the side marker inside the mirror. I'd rather cut them instead of just splicing the skin, wrapping my wire around, because this way I can heat shrink everything instead of putting electrical tape over it and risking a leak of water in the connection. And in this situation, like most of the cars, the black is the ground and the green is the live or the power. So black with black, red with red, with green I mean. Now I can put my heat shrink wire. Now I connect back this side of the marker lights. Now only left to solder it, test it, and close everything up. I'm not on a table. It's pretty hard to do a good job here. That. Might add a little bit too much of wind to heat shrink this thing. I'll wait a bit. Yeah, that's what I thought. Can't plug it back. Before closing it, let's see if it works. Yeah, great. It works there and it works there. Start to be a pretty great lightning. Still have this one, they're connected together. As you saw in the previous video, I did a grill, I did the LED bar, I just did the two side marker on the mirror. So soon I will buy some cold white fog light so it will match the LED bar, and I will do a retrofit on the headlights and find some wider headlamp as well. So this is it for now, guys. I love my new side marker lights on the mirror instead of those ugly amber reflectors. So please like the video and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the little bell so you will be notified as soon as I will release the new video. On this, I wish everybody a great day. See you later. Bye.